Here's my no build series on how I went from this to this. Hello, hello, hello. I pray that you guys are having an amazing day. Listen, if you're going to do a no build bus, you're first going to have a bus, right? And there are only two things that you can do. You can either get a bus that's already empty and gutted and ready to start, or two, you're going to have to get a bus that is not completely empty that you're going to have to clean out yourself. So this video is going to be for the people who are buying a bus that is not already cleaned out. A bus that has chairs in it or carpet or anything that needs to be torn out before you can do your no build project. This video is for you. So let's get into that. And then at the very end of this, I'm going to do a Q&A where I'm going to answer all of the questions that people have been asking me about how to find a bus, as well as what you need to do to get all of this stuff out of it once you get it. I'm going to give you guys some really good tips at the end of the video. All right, let's jump into it. Hey you, I'm Dianna Nicole, and I flipped houses that I lived in to be completely mortgage free at the age of 36 with a family of 6. Oh my goodness. All while I was out in the world being a singer, a speaker, a coach, and an author. So if you're interested in seeing me flip houses and furniture and anything else I can get my hands on, or if you're interested in seeing me sing, speak, and travel and helping people flip their relationships and their lives, then come on and join me for the journey. I'm so happy to have you here. Have an amazing day. Peace. Okay, you guys, let's go get this bus. Okay, so we went to get the bus on Friday. We drove to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And we bought a 2004 Ford Econoline. Actually, I think it's called the American Standard or something like that. It has 145,000 miles on it. When we went to go buy it, we thought it was 2005 with 130,000 miles on it, but it's not. So I'm going to show you the outside. I've been very, very excited. I've been on cloud 9. Yeah, giddy happy. So I'm gonna turn the camera around and give a tour around the outside and a tour around the inside. It's Monday, and I'm about to get started with the demolition, which is taking out the seats first. I had to go grab some wrenches because I didn't have any. So here's the outside. There he is. This is Pete. So we have a walk around. The roof looks really good. It has some rust at the bottom there, as you can see, but I looked underneath and it just kind of looks like surface. Some cosmetic stuff here, you know. But here he is. This is Pete. Ford Econoline 350. And so there was another one I was looking at in Ohio, but the reason that I chose this one was because, one, it had that back door. The other one that I wanted didn't have that back door. It was just this door right here. And then the other one that I wanted was black. This isn't black, but I figure paint ain't nothing but a thing. Let's go on the inside. Another reason I chose this one was because, ta-da, it has 2 seats in the front. I love that. I can have a passenger riding next to me, but that's the front of it. One of the things that I love about this is that the AC unit is in the front. Normally when you get these buses, they're in the back, and it takes up space up there, and you got to figure out what to do, but this one is in the front. So let me move back and let you see the inside. There's a plastic bed in the way on the floor, but this is the inside. This is what it's looking like. Got the runner poles on the ceiling and the light up there, and the 2 dividers with the handles when you first walk into the bus. And then let's get the view from this side. It's pretty dirty, right? The floors are dirty. Ew, yuck. The seats are not terrible, and they're vinyl, so they're wipeable. I like that. And this one has a wheelchair lift in the back. I'll be taking that out. Yeah, there's that big thing I was tripping on. And the seatbelt on the floor. And that's it. that's the inside of the bus. It's gonna look totally different once I flip it. So excited about it. We're gonna get this carpet removed off of all of the sides, and we're gonna put some new flooring down. I'm not gonna do a whole bunch to the front, but we'll talk about it as we go. Right now, the first things first, I'm going to remove these seats. Yeah, okay. So I've been using this wrench and 2 other wrenches, and the bolts that are in the floor for the seats, I can't do it. I cannot do it. I'm trying to twist it with my foot and it won't come out. The other one, I used my hand and I did it, went lefty-loosey, round and around and around and around. It just doesn't seem like it's even moving. And yeah, this is a no-go for me. Now I'm going to move on to my next project, which is pulling up the rubber pieces and removing the carpet. Because as you can see, the carpet is up there with screws, and some of it is just glued up, and so that's more my speed. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna move on to this carpet that, oh my goodness, I hear something and I thought it was an animal in the bus, but phew, it's just the, do you guys hear that? Okay, I hope it's something that's blowing out there and not a mouse, because that's what I'm scared. I'm scared of. I'll open these ceilings and it'll be a mouse in there. But anyway, I'm going to start taking this carpet off the walls. I'm going to unscrew these and pull the carpet off of these, and then I'm going to pull the carpet off of the stuff that's not screwed and get all this carpet out of here so I can paint this. Taking the speakers out, come out with the screws, then you have to undo the wire. All right, I just got all of the corners off, except for that back one, because underneath it is metal screws, and so I have to do those. But I got the top screws off, and I've looked inside of there. But all of these corners off, they're down here. We're gonna pull the carpet off and give those a nice clean coat of paint. And we got all those corners off. They had back corners around the edges, and we took those off. We're gonna probably not take the carpet off and paint those. Probably just leave the corners as is. Maybe caulk them and paint them. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's start taking this carpet off the wall. Ooh-wee. My goodness. Yep. Pulling it off the ceiling. Pulling down the ceiling. All right, I'm wrapping it up for day one. Like I said before, I wasn't able to get the chairs up off of the floor because of the bolts in the floor. The ones on the side were pretty easy, but the ones in the floor I just couldn't get. So I reached out to a couple of my contractor friends. I have a guy coming to look at it and give me a price quote. But I did finish quite a bit. I got all of the molding from around the bus off. Got that down. Got all of the carpet at the tops of the walls off. Just have the very base of the walls left. And then that back area where there are some metal screws, which I'm going to have the guy who comes to remove the seats look at. See if he can pull those out. And then also, I got all of the gray padding off of the metal framing, the metal poles. So I'll show that. So here we go. I took all of the molding that was covering the wires off of the top of the bus. Took all that down. And then I took all the carpet off all the walls, except for the very, very base. You see the very base down there with the gray? That's still on there because I'm going to wait until the chairs get out of here. So you see that's still down there. But all of these walls, see, I'm going to have to put up some patch wood. But all of the walls are done. And then all of the ceilings are done. I took the carpet down off all the ceilings. That was probably the hardest part, cutting it around the poles that are still up there. Okay, here we are, day 2, working on the bus. I had to pay some guys to remove the seats. We ended up going with Craigslist, and I paid them $200, and we got the seats out, the wheelchair lift out. All right, this is the bus completely cleared out. All the seats are gone except for the 2 that we're keeping to put in here. We took down all of the paneling up there for the molding, and we started to sand. We also have spray painted these rails, cleaned them, sanded them, cleaned them, and spray painted them for those black rails. I also had the worker who came over here drill us some holes in there. As you can see, those holes. I told them to do about every 4 inches so that when we put the furniture in here, that's what it can latch on to. Now we're working on putting everything back. So you can see we started to put the molding around the edges back. We flipped it so we can make the work easier. We don't have to sand this side. And that's where we are. Okay, you made it to the Q&A. The bus is completely gutted, but let me answer some of the questions that people have been asking me. Number 1, Dianna, where'd you buy your bus? Where'd you find it? I went on Facebook Marketplace and I found it there. I looked up shuttle buses, shuttle vans, 15 passengers, whatever. And I found mine in Wisconsin. I'm out of Chicago, but I found mine in Wisconsin, and we took a trip and we drove up there to get it. It was, I think, originally listed for $6,000. And my husband talked them down to $5,000. Really, really happy about that. Another question I have been getting is, how do you get all of the stuff out if you don't know how to remove it? Like, how did you get your wheelchair lift out, Diana? And how did you get your chairs out? Pull out your pen and your paper. This is what you could do. Go to Craigslist and post an ad. I think it's $7 to post an ad. Go to Craigslist, post an ad and say, hey, I'm looking for someone who can remove chairs out of my bus, and I'll pay you $200 to do it. And you can ask them to remove the wheelchair lift and the chairs. You can even attach a picture of the bus to the ad and let them know that you're going to pay them $200. Then you're going to give them a phone number. But I would suggest not to give your own personal number because people are crazy these days. So I gave out a Google Voice number so they could call that. You can go to Google and open up a Gmail account, or if you already have a Gmail account, you can get a free Google Voice number with that, and you can give them that number so they don't have your personal number. And then I paid $200. I paid $200 for someone to come and take all of my seats out for me and take out the wheelchair lift for me, as well as drill some holes in the side. I don't know if you saw in the video, but that metal, drill some holes in the side of that metal so that I could bungee cord the furniture to that strip so that it wouldn't come out. And so then after you get somebody to call, after you get somebody to respond to the ad, make sure you keep a first person, a second, third, make sure you keep a first person, second, third, fourth, maybe even fifth, because somebody's going to stand you up. Somebody's not going to come through. Somebody's going to come and start taking the seats out the first day and not come back the second day, which is what happened to me. So yes, make sure you keep about 4 or 5 people that call you about the job on demand or in your Rolodex so that you can call them back later. And then my other piece of advice is meet them at a public place. Meet them at a park. Meet them at, I don't know, a church parking lot. Somewhere where you can meet them where they can take the seats out, but they don't come to your house so they don't know where you live. So now that your seats are out, oh wait, one more thing. Don't pay them the money to take out the seats until they have completed the job. So for me, the first person that came to take out the seats, they came the first day. They only took out half of them. And he's like, okay, well, can I have the money? And I'm like, sure, I'll give you half since only half the seats are gone. And I gave him $100, and he did not come back the next day. And I was so happy that I did not pay him all of the money because he didn't return. And so I just went into my Rolodex and called those other people that were on my list, and I paid them to finish taking out the rest of the seats, to take out the wheelchair lift, and to sorry guys, to take out the wheelchair lift and to drill those holes. And I had him drill holes in the sides of the metal, and I also had him drill one hole in the floor so that I could let out the water for when I take a shower. All right, that's it. If you have any other questions, please drop them below this, because I'm all about helping you guys. I want you to be able to do your no build, and I'll answer any questions that you have. All right, that's it. That's all I have for you. But you know I cannot let you get out of here without telling you, listen, you're amazing, and you have dignity, and you look beautiful when you are happy. You are a lady. Well, unless you're not a lady, but you're still amazing. See you in the next video. Peace. So, did you enjoy the video? I hope you did. Come on and like, follow, and subscribe for more videos, and share them with the people you love so they can watch along too. Have an amazing day. Peace.